This video is sponsored by PTCGLstore.com, a great place for you to buy Pokemon TCG code cards. Hey guys, in today's video, I'll be showcasing Iron Thorns from the Temporal Forces expansion set. Iron Thorns is a lightning type future Pokemon with 140 HP. It has 2 attacks, but the first attack, Destructo Press, is really what we're going to focus on. For 1 lightning and 1 colorless energy, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, and this attack does 70 damage times the number of each future card you find there. Then you discard the future cards and shuffle the other cards back to your deck. So technically, if you reveal a maximum of 5 future cards when you use this attack, you will be dealing as much as 350 damage, which pretty much knocks out any Pokemon in the game. And one way you can guarantee what you get from your top cards is with the help of Cypher Maniac's code breaking. This allows you to search your deck for any 2 cards, shuffle your deck, then put the cards you chose on top of your deck in any order. So by using this, you can guarantee at least 2 future cards on top of your deck, which guarantees you at least 140 damage, and the rest of the other 3 cards you reveal will of course determine any other increase in the attack damage or not. However, there are more ways you can increase your attacks. The first one is with the help of Future Booster Energy Capsule. When this tool card is attached to a future type Pokemon, that Pokemon will have 0 retreat cost and its attack will increase by 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. The second way to increase your attack is with the help of Iron Crown EX with the ability Cobalt Command. Your future Pokemon's attacks except any Iron Crown EX do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So for each copies of these in play, you can increase your future Pokemon's attacks anywhere from 20 to 80 more damage. So on paper, right, if you have all attack buffs in play and you get 5 future cards revealed when you attack with Iron Thorns, you can technically attack for up to 450 damage. But again, just keep in mind, this is RNG based, so there really is no guarantee to anything. But to power up Iron Thorn's attack, we have a few options. The first one is Electric Generator. This card lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you can attach up to 2 basic lightning energies you find there to your benched lightning Pokemon in any way you like. And you can also use this Miraidon more for its peak acceleration attack. For 1 colorless energy, it deals 40 damage. Then you can search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to your future Pokemon in any way you like. Increasing your probability of getting future cards when you use Iron Thorn's attack is key to making this build work, and we've already mentioned a few of the cards we have in this deck. But as for the rest, we also have Professor Turo's Scenario. This can be useful just in case you need to remove one of your Pokemon from play so that you can prevent your opponent from getting a knockout. But just keep in mind that you discard all cards attached to that Pokemon. Next up, we also have Techno Radar. You have to discard 1 card from your hand to use it, and when you do, you can search your deck for up to 2 future Pokemon and put them into your hand. I also have a copy of Iron Bundle with the ability Hyper Blower. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you can have your opponent switch out their active Pokemon with one of their benched Pokemon. And after using this ability, you have to discard this card. This is a really great way of pushing out your opponent's active Pokemon, which may also present you to a better target. And then I also have 1 copy of Iron Leaves EX. It has the awesome ability Rapid Vernier. If you put this Pokemon from your hand to the bench, you may switch it to the active spot, and you can also transfer as much energy as you want from the other Pokemon to this one. This ability makes it easy to energize its attack, Prism Edge. For 2 grass and 1 colorless energy, it deals 180 base damage. This attack is just so good at one-shotting Charizard EX. So in this build, I have a total of 28 future cards, which is a little less than 50% of the entire deck. I think the number is fair enough, giving you that good probability of getting the future cards you need when you attack with Destructo Press. Also, I do have a little trick included in this build. I was just experimenting on it, but it actually does work. So basically, I have Heavy Baton, right? So if your Pokemon with this equipped has 4 retreat cost and is knocked out by damage from an attack, you can transfer up to 3 basic energy from that Pokemon to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. So basically what I'm trying to do is, if your opponent knocks out Iron Thorns, I want to transfer those energies to my other Iron Thorns so that I can keep attacking. However, Heavy Baton will not normally work with Iron Thorns because it only has 3 retreat cost. But this is why I'm also using Calamitous Wasteland Stadium. This increases the retreat cost of all basic Pokemon in play by 1 more energy for those that are not fighting type. So this stadium will effectively increase Iron Thorn's retreat cost to 4. thus enabling the heavy baton to take effect when your opponent knocks it out. And of course, this stadium also doubles down as a disruption against your opponent's basic Pokemon, making it harder for them to retreat. And I don't know why, but I just really like this better than having an EXP share. But yeah, let me know what you think about this combo. As for the other cards worth noting, I have Mew EX as one of my draw support. Thanks to its restart ability, it allows you to draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. And finally, I'll also be using Prime Catcher. You can only have one A-Spec card in your deck, however, this item card allows you to switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to their active spot, and when you do, you also have to switch one of your bench Pokemon into the active spot. Overall, Iron Thorns can definitely give you that firepower to knock out almost anything that gets in your way. The only downside to this, of course, is the RNG aspect of its attack, making it very unpredictable. But if you do manage to get into those late games, when you can recover your future support cards with Palpad, and when you recover your future Pokemon with Super Rod, you can really increase the probability of Iron Thorns attack, almost always guaranteeing you the attack damage you need to knock out your opponent's Pokemon. And surprisingly enough, at least for me, this deck actually has a really high win rate, but I'll let you decide that for yourself. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below, and now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Iron Thorns. Before we get into the video, I have a small request. If you're liking the content I create, please leave a like to this video, and please support this channel by subscribing if you haven't already. This is a small click for you, but for me, it means a lot. Thank you so much for all of your support. Alright, on to our first match. We got Miraidon, that's definitely going to go into the active spot. And Iron Thorns on the bench. So I do prefer going second with this build because you can actually get a big attack out on your first turn going second. And also attack with Miraidon, then energize Iron Thorns. But my opponent mulligans, we got one extra card. Got Electric Generator. They're going to start with Rotom V in their active spot. They got a Fire Energy, so I'm assuming this is a Charizard EX matchup. Difficult matchup, but it is winnable. We do have Iron Leaves EX available to us to counter. So they're just going to end their turn with Instant Charge. Got Iron Crown EX. Let me use Electric Generator first to accelerate. We got 2. That's awesome. We can actually attack, maybe knock out Rotom V, but we can't get Miraidon out of the active spot. So for now, I'll just attach the Heavy Baton and put Calamitous Wasteland in play. And let me just use Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking to guarantee what I draw into next turn. Get Mew EX. So just gonna make sure that I can draw into the next card. So once I get Mew EX to draw, then I can use Restart to draw into the next card I set up here. So I'll get Future Booster Energy Capsule. That way we can attach it to Miraidon, we can retreat it, and even knock out this Rotom V and potentially win the game. There's the Charmander though, so that's fine. We got Boss Orders. I could even target that, but they'll probably set up more basic here. No, they're gonna use Boss's Orders. They're just trying to stall getting our Iron Crown EX in the active, and they're just gonna end their turn, draw 3. Alright. Well, that's fine. We got Mew EX, Restart to draw into the Future Booster Energy Capsule. Can put that to Iron Crown EX and then retreat to Iron Thorns. Since we don't have a guarantee, I might not even be able to knock out Rotom V, so I'll just target Charmander, gatekeep them. That way they cannot evolve into Charizard EX. And we got enough, alright, 160. Enough to knock out Charmander, and we would not have been able to knock out Rotom V anyway, so I think that was a good decision. That way my opponent will not evolve into Charizard EX. But yeah, Iron Thorns is actually really powerful. You won't believe me, guys, if I told you that I've won a lot of games because I was able to donk their Pokemon. Their only Pokemon on their very first turn, and we knock it out. They didn't have any other Pokemon in play. Even though it's a high HP, Iron Thorns can deal a lot of damage, especially when you have Iron Crown EX, a bunch of them, in play to increase the damage even further. But my opponent with Buddy Buddy Poffin, they're able to set up another Charmander and a Pidgey. So typical gameplay for Charizard EX. It is a little bit difficult to evolve into stage 2s, but once they do, those high HP is gonna make it a lot harder for their opponent to win against that. And the more prizes their opponent gets, the higher Charizard EX's attack will be. But with Counter Catcher, they put Miraidon into the active, and I'm fine with that. Got another Miraidon. I think I'll just discard this. And I'll prepare another Iron Thorns and Iron Leaves EX so we can counter, especially if they put Charizard EX out. But for now, we're just gonna use Peak Acceleration. We definitely need to energize this Iron Thorns, but we're gonna put out Grass Energies, right? So now, when they evolve into Charizard EX, the attack will just send out Iron Leaves onto the bench, activate its ability, and then we can move it to the active spots and take an instant knockout against Charizard EX. Because if you didn't know, Charizard EX is a dark type and it is weak against grass, and Iron Leaves EX deals enough damage, doubled, it can knock out Charizard EX easy. Now that my opponent has been able to set up their Charizard EX and Pidgeot EX with a quick search ability, they can search for any card from their deck, and now they can start attacking with Charizard EX. It's so funny with this Calamitous Wasteland. I'm like imagining them laughing at me when I take out the Heavy Baton on Iron Thorns, and they're like, that doesn't work on there. But once they see Calamitous Wasteland, they I don't know how they react to that, but hopefully that Calamitous Wasteland sticks. But they have Professor Turo Scenario to get their Rotom V out of play. And they have a lot of energy on this Charizard EX. I'm not sure why they had to attach that extra energy, but I don't know. So my opponent will use Ultra Ball to probably get another Charmander out. Yeah, that's typical. You do need to always have a backup attacker, because once your opponent knocks one out, you'll always have a secondary one. So with one prize that we've taken, they are dealing 210 damage at this point. They will take out Miraidon. But now, we're just gonna put Iron Crown EX and then another Heavy Baton. Alright, we put that here. And we're gonna put Iron Leaves EX in play. Rapid Vernier ability will take effect. Put it in the active, and we can transfer as much energies from our other Pokemon to our Iron Leaves. So I'll just get these two grass and attach one. That way we can draw 3 with Restart. Another Iron Thorns. Alright. Let's see, we can use Pal Pad. I could probably use Pal Pad, but I'll do it later. We're gonna use Prism Edge, dealing 400 damage, knocking out their Charizard EX, getting us 2 more prizes. Not too bad. So there it is, pretty easy. So my opponent can evolve into a Charizard EX this turn. They will knock out Iron Leaves, and they have Radiant Charizard also. Okay. But against these types of matchups, as long as you get ahead in the price trade, I think you're fine. But if you do tend to go behind, that's where it gets a little bit tricky, because your opponent can just easily target your Iron Crown EX, get 2 prizes every time, and win that way. Especially with the Pidgeot EX, they can just search their deck for a boss's orders, and then they can just pick out your Pokemon and knock them out one at a time. But they were able to evolve into Charizard EX, but only charged up their active with 1 Fire Energy. So they have 4 in the discard pile, 1 on Pidgeot. I don't know why. Maybe some of the other energies are prized? You know, they wasted that 1 energy. But they do have a Miss Energy, but what they needed was a Fire Energy to power up their Charizard EX to attack. So the option they chose is to put it on Pidgeot EX and attack with it. That's very unfortunate, man. But hey, we will accept that. That's fine, but Iron Leaves EX cannot attack, but we can just easily retreat it for 1 energy. We can retreat it. So we'll take out this lightning energy. We can attack with it again, and then we're gonna use Iron Thorn. Since we are a lightning type, we're hitting double against Pidgeot EX, and with Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking, I will just get the Calamitous Wasteland so that I can activate the Heavy Baton. And then discard this, thinning out my deck, and that's gonna increase my probability of getting future cards with this attack. And sure enough, we got 460 damage out of 3 future cards with Destructo Press, getting us 2 more prizes after knocking out their Pidgeot EX. Not too bad. Now they have to recover fire energy from their deck. There's the Arven, and thankfully we're only losing 1 prize every time they knock out Iron Thorns, but we are way ahead in this prize trade that it really doesn't matter which one they target. But with no other way for my opponent to energize their Charizard EX, they concede, and we will take that win. Good game. Alright, on to our next match. This time we will be going first though. I would rather go second, but this is fine. Got Miraidon in the active spot, Iron Crown EX, Iron Thorns to attack, and Mew EX to help us draw. So far we don't have any energies, but Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking could help us draw into an energy. And let's see what we're going up against here. Hey, this is Iron Hands EX. Is this a future type build? And if you didn't know, Calamitous Wasteland actually goes against this Iron Hands, because if they use Heavy Baton on it, unbeknownst to them, that will increase their retreat cost by 5, and their Heavy Baton will not work. So that's another pro to having Calamitous Wasteland in this build, guys. It is very disruptive. Alright, so my opponent will attach an energy to Iron Hands EX and just end their turn. Well, there's no way for us to one-hit knock out Iron Hands right now, because we can't retreat Miraidon. We don't have any way to energize Iron Thorns. Let me just go ahead and use Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. Maybe we can draw something into with Mew EX. See, I could get Future Booster Energy Capsule. Put this into play. And I will not use Rapid Veneer. Use Restart so that I can draw into these 2. So what I'm going to do is energize Miraidon, increase my attack damage output, and deal 80 damage with Peak Acceleration, and get these 2. I could possibly attack, since we have Professor Turo scenario, I could take out Iron Leaves and then attack with Iron Leaves to knock out Iron Hands EX. So that's one way we can win, right? We can hit it for 180. It only has 150 HP left, so we could take out this Iron Hands EX and win in our next turn. But my opponent has Irida, so most likely they're just gonna be able to set up more basic Pokemon. And sure enough, they have Buddy Buddy Poffin, okay, Frigibax and Pidgey, and Origin Form Palkia V. Alright, so my opponent's survival has been secured. But yeah, like I always said, I have won a lot of games just by taking out the one and only Pokemon my opponent has. But that's fine. They're trying to build up this Iron Hands EX. I could just take it out now with Iron Leaves EX, but I will just go with Iron Thorns so that I can use Iono. And the reason for that is because my opponent can actually attack next turn. If they evolve into Baxcalibur, they can just take out their Chien EX. We go ahead and use Techno Radar to set up more of our attackers, and well, we can only use 1, but I'll reserve Iron Crown EX in case I need to increase my attack. Use Electric Generator, and we got 1 at least to our secondary attacker. And I'll attach this Grass Energy. And Destructo Press, see what we get. Got 2. And yeah, that's enough. Alright, cool. So we got a knockout with Iron Thorns, dealing 160 damage. So the 20 increase damage with Iron Crown EX and the 2 Professor Turo future cards that we were able to discard was enough to knock out their Iron Hands EX, which is pretty nice. So now we are ahead in the prize exchange here. And actually what's nice about our targets is that they are weak against lightning. So Palkia V or V Star is weak against lightning, and we can take out this Pidgeot EX for 2 prizes each. And we don't have Calamitous Wasteland in play, so that Heavy Baton will not be working. We will lose those energy if my opponent gets a knockout here. So they finally evolve into a Excalibur. They have Radiant Greninja, and thankfully we have a lot of high HP Pokemon, so we won't see any of those Shuriken shenanigans dealing double knockouts. But they have Chien-Pao EX. They can use its ability to search their deck for 2 Shivery Chill for 2 water energies. And now they can accelerate those energies with Excalibur and start taking some knockouts here. Alright, Pidgeot EX with a quick search ability, getting them 1 card from their deck. So with this Chien-Pao EX, they actually need 3 energies to discard to knock out Iron Thorns, because they're only dealing 120 for 2. So they're gonna attack with Chien-Pao EX, dealing 180 damage, discarding 3 water energies, and that will take out our Iron Thorns. I'm just gonna pivot into Miraidon. Since we have our future booster energy capsule, we can easily retreat it. And I'm just gonna recover these 2 with Palpad. Again, recycling our future cards back to the deck, increasing the probability of Iron Thorn's attack success, right? I will go ahead and use Prime Catcher to switch out Pidgeot EX and then our Iron Thorns into the active. I think this is an easy knockout depending on our RNG. And I'll set up another Iron Thorns and then increase our attack. I mean, I could reserve it in case my opponent traps, but that's fine. I'll just put it into play, use Palpad to recover this. That way I can use Restart. I'm just gonna open up all the options that I have. Ooh, Cypher Maniac. Okay, hey. This actually guarantees my knockout here. So I'll use Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. And then I'll put these 2 on the top 2 cards of our deck. So, hey, there it is. Guaranteed 2. And 320 damage against Pidgeot EX, knocking it out. Getting us another 2 prizes. Not too bad. Hey. So, me deciding to actually draw with Mew EX actually paid off. Alright, very good. And that's what makes Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking really great with Iron Thorns. Guarantees you that 140 at least, but of course, Iron Crown EX is also increasing our attacks. And you can actually use Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking too to have 100% success with Electric Generator. So if you use Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking to put 2 lightning energies to the top 2 cards of your deck, and then you use Electric Generator, you can instantly get 2 lightning energies to your Pokemon and start attacking. Now my opponent will evolve into their Palkia V-Star using Star Portal to get those energies back into play. They're going to be attacking for 220 damage, but they're only taking 1 prize at a time. The only problem with this scenario now is that My Iron Thorns does not have any energies. Okay, well, my opponent still has 4 prizes to go. Super Rod could actually help us get these energies back into play, and let me just focus on these energies, I think. Should I just leave these? I mean, we have another Iron Thorns. We might need these future cards in the deck when we attack, but I'll just set up another one just in case. And I'll just use Peak Acceleration to deal 80 damage and focus on lightning energies. Spread it to these 2. So the reason why I set up another Iron Thorns is that if my opponent has a boss orders, they could just target my one and only Iron Thorns, and that will remove my only high hitting attacker, right? But setting up another one, they can't gatekeep me. So I have a secondary option. Even if they knock out one, I have another backup, and then go from there. And having Cypher Maniacs code breaking in hand, see, there's the boss's orders. If they had bossed my Iron Thorns, that would have been it. But anyways, they're gonna go for Iron Crown EX. They're just gonna go with a price trade here. Anyways, if we're not successful with our attack, they could still win this. Target maybe Mew EX or even Iron Leaves. So we have to hopefully get this. And without any energy, this is gonna be really bad. But what I could do, since we can draw with Mew EX, I could put one card in play. So Iron Crown EX will increase our attack damage, right? And then Cypher Maniacs can help us get one energy from the deck. Draw with it with Mew EX. So let me get Grass Energy is fine. And then we can guarantee one future card. So I'll use Techno Radar. So we're guaranteed one at least. We're hitting for weakness. And hopefully our RNG is good. And then when we look at the top 5 cards of our deck, there's another future card there. And alright, let's hope for the best. Here it is. We're gonna retreat to Iron Thorns. Destructo Press, here we go. Yes, alright, we got another one. Perfect, 360 damage. Knocking out their Palkia V-Star, getting us our last 2 prizes for the win. That is awesome. Alright, good game. Alright, on to our next match. I am going second. I did win the coin flip. I recommend going second with this build, but we have no choice here but to put our Iron Thorns, one in the active, one on the bench. We do have future booster energy caps, so I could probably get Miraidon with Techno Radar. And my opponent will start with a Bidoof in their active spots. Alright. And they're just gonna pass. Yo! And we get a Miraidon! What is this? Hey, let's go ahead and win this game right away. Let's put this in the active so we can retreat to our Miraidon. And we still need to increase our attack. So let me get 2 Iron Crown EX with this Techno Radar. Now we're dealing 80 damage, and then we can use Iono. Hopefully we can get that energy to attack this Bidoof, win the game, and call it a day. But oh no! We whipped the energy. Oh man. Well, we missed that opportunity. Well, at least we got Calamitous Wasteland in play. They can't retreat Bidoof, and there it is. Unfortunately, there's the basic Pokemon that will guarantee my opponent's survival for now. But again, I'm telling you guys, you can win a lot of games by donking your opponent. This deck is crazy. But looks like we're going against Gengar EX build with Hisuian Samurott V-Star. I did showcase that in this channel. Really nice, fun deck to play for sure. They're gonna judge us, and still no energy even from that. Another Ghastly goes into play, and again, they're gonna end their turn. Alright. Hey, we got an Iono. Let's go ahead and use that. Come on, give me the energy. That's been 3 shuffles right there. Alright, we finally got one. Also got Heavy Baton. Let's put that on Iron Crown and Iron Thorns, and then we can use Peak Acceleration to at least get a knockout against their Bidoof here, and then start energizing our Pokemon. We can put 1 energy each. Since we have Lightning Energy in our hand, we can energize either one of them and start attacking next turn. And we got a Cypher Mini Explode Breaking from our prize, which is really nice. Again, that can guarantee us at least 2 future cards on the top of our deck when we use Iron Thorns attack. Giovanni's Charisma removes our energy to put back into our hand, and that also allows them to put 1 energy from their hand to their active Pokemon. So it's like a reverse Uno. And yeah, now they can start attacking with Hisuian Samurai. Well, they need 1 more energy to attack, right? But they will be able to get a Bibarel. Now they can draw up to 5 cards until they have 5 cards in their hand with Industrious Incisors. But let's see what my opponent does. Basket Crash. Oh, that's right. That I thought they were gonna knock out Miraidon. No, they take out our tool cards. That's right. Hisuian Samurai V does have that attack. But with Arven, I'm just gonna use Future Booster, Energy Capsule, and Electric Generator. See if we can power up our energies here. Put that here and attach that here. We can put this in Miraidon to retreat, and we can start attacking. Oh wait, that's right. They replaced our Calamitous Wasteland with their Pokemon League headquarters. So Pokemon League headquarters increases the attack damage or attack cost of basic Pokemon in play by 1 colorless energy. And they're also using Crushing Hammers. Fortunately for us, it failed. So really, we couldn't attack with Iron Thorns. We needed at least 3 energies to attack with Iron Thorns. So they're gonna switch out their Hisuian Samurai V. They're basically just thinning out their hand to draw more cards, hoping to evolve into a Gengar EX. Okay, they're gonna use Iono. They're looking for that rare candy and Gengar EX. So they need those 2 components to fully evolve. Do they have it? They can start attacking with the one on the bench, right? But no, they're just gonna end their turn. Alright, I am good with that. We survive another turn. While we have Calamitous Wasteland, let's go ahead and remove their stadium so we can attack normal here. Let me use Hyper Blower. Either one of the Pokemon on their bench is actually a good target because the one Ghastly has 2 energies, and this Hisuian Samurai is a great target. We can take 2 prizes if we do knock it out. Just gonna increase my damage here with Future Booster, and then let's see what we can recover here. I'm just gonna attack. Destructo Press. We got 2. Is that enough? Oh, okay. We were 20 damage less. We needed 20 more damage. If we had 1 more Iron Crown EX, we would have been able to knock out their Hisuian Samurai. But it's very unfortunate. We needed at least 3 future cards, and they succeed with their Crushing Hammers, taking out our benched Iron Thorns energy. They can retreat their Hisuian Samurai, and then they can start attacking with Gengar EX. And Gengar EX deals enough damage actually to knock out our Iron Thorns. And with Hero Escape, now we have to contend with a Gengar EX with 400 HP. So we need to deal 410 damage to knock it out. That is insane. 410 HP. And it has an ability that each time we attach an energy to our Pokemon, it deals 20 or 2 damage counters, 20 damage. And they're also able to evolve into Hisuian Samurott V-Star, which is pretty dangerous. And they succeed with another hammer. Well, this is not looking good. This is not looking good for us. They're gonna hit us. They're gonna use their ability to deal 40, so they can deal a lot of damage with Hisuian Samurott V-Star. And they knock out our Iron Thorns. They get 1 prize for that though, at least. So we have a chance to keep energizing. Knowing Curse takes effect, 2 damage because we attached an energy to Miraidon. And I'm gonna recover this and 1 Iono. Can use Restart to draw 3. Okay, we got an energy. Aside from Maniac School Breaking could be good, but let's go ahead and use Peak Acceleration. At least we can take a knockout against this Hisuian Samurott V-Star, and we only have 2 energies left. I will just accelerate 1 for now. So we got 2 prizes for that. We need 3 more prizes to go. So we're looking good. We need to at least set up another Iron Thorns as an attacker. But they're gonna boss my Iron Thorns. They're really aggressive here. Not even letting us get a chance to build up our Iron Thorns. And rightly so, because, you know, we have already taken 3 prizes. They've only taken 1. But 410 HP is quite a lot of HP to go through. And another heads with their crushing hammers. Bro. Their RNG is really great. 160 damage from Gengar EX, knocking out our Iron Thorns, but we can preserve 1 grass energy at least. So let's transfer this to this guy. So what I could do is chip damage their Gengar EX at least. And then maybe finish them off with an Iron Thorns. At least we got Techno Radar from our top deck. I'm gonna sacrifice Professor Turo scenario. Get these 2. Because once they knock out my let me get 2 Iron Thorns. Because if they target 1, that's gonna be it, right? At least we'll have a backup. So what I'm gonna do is just attack here and put an energy to Iron Thorns. Yeah, I'll preserve Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking when I attack with Iron Thorns. So 80 damage. We got our last Lighting Energy. We'll put that to Iron Thorns. We need to recover our energies. And then go from there. So at least my opponent's HP is a little bit manageable. But the question is, can we get enough damage to knock out this Gengar EX? Okay, they're gonna evolve into a Haunter. And they're gonna use Counter Catcher. Stop, bro. This is so annoying. Stop. They're gatekeeping my Iron Thorns. That's not right, man. That's fine. It's fine. That's fine. We'll take it as it goes, right? Alright, well, they transferred that 1 energy to our Iron Crown EX. Because the attack effect does that. Alright, let me put this Iron Thorns here. And then... Okay, Gnawing Curse. Iono for 3. Got Palpad we don't have any energy to accelerate at this point, which is really bad. I could use Palpad, then use Mew EX to draw. Get Professor Churro and Iono. And I'm just gonna use Peak Acceleration. So 100 more damage. Oh, we got one more Grass Energy, alright. Alright, that's good. That's good. We got one more energy. We can use Iron Thorns, possibly knock out this Gengar EX. Possibly. Get 2 prizes for that. So my opponent still needs 3 prizes. They could take out Mew EX. Actually, my opponent should have just taken out Mew EX because it's an easy knockout, right? 2 prizes and they're hitting for weakness. But we should have another Super Rod in the stack and be able to recover. We have 3 Super Rods available to us, so we should be able to draw into it, but unfortunately we haven't gotten it. We're transferring damage counters from Miraidon to Iron Thorns. They're gonna switch into a fresh Gengar EX. They're preventing us from knocking out their Pokemon. And they're transferring those grass energies. I could try and use Iron Leaves, but Gengar EX is weak against fighting, not grass. What can we do here? Okay. Don't really want that. Cypher Maniac's code breaking. What can you do? How can you help us? We got Super Rod, okay. Prime Catcher could be very useful too. That can actually guarantee us at least 1 knockout against that Gengar. Can we deal enough damage? No, that's... I mean, I could Prime Catcher into Mew, retreat, and then take a knockout against that Gengar EX. I could do that. But I don't have any more Iron Thorns. I need to recover Iron Thorns. So let's go ahead and use Restart. Draw into these 2 cards. Can use Super Rod to recover energies and more Iron Thorns. We get 2 and 1 energy, I guess. No. How can you do this? Let's get an energy. Let me get Iron Thorns. We have more Super Rods for energy, right? Right now our priority is to at least get a knockout here and see what prizes we get. But there's no guarantee that I can take out this Gengar EX. We need 3 more prizes. You know what? Let's Prime Catcher. Let's do it. Let me take out this Squovit first with Miraidon. I think this is the best option. Peak Acceleration, guaranteed knockout against 1 prize. Right? No energies left in the deck. Iron Thorns is my only attacker at this point. And YOLO. We got Iron Leaves, okay. We can take out that Gengar if we can draw it into the active. But we're only dealing 360 max total damage with Iron Leaves. It's not going to be enough to knock it out. But with Iron Thorns, it is possible. But the question here is, if my opponent can boss one of my benched Pokemon, that's it. That is it. That's going to be game. Hopefully they don't have a boss. Please, no boss. They can't use Counter Catcher because we're even in the prize. They're going to use Arven. So no boss's orders. That's good. But still, 310 HP is... it's going to be impossible. They're moving damage counters with Radiant Alakazam. 160, they need 1 more prize. And it comes down to this, guys. It comes down to this. Iron Thorns. How we draw into it? No, we need that left in the deck. You know what? Let's just do it. Destructo Press. Is that enough? 4 future. We did it! Let's go! Let's go! Dude, that was awesome. Oh man, that was a great game. And that's it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching the Popsicleknight channel, and until next time, please stay safe and have a great day.